Girlfriend asked for a break to find herself, really just cheated with a coworker. A year later, she's broke, alone, and begging to move back in. I shut the door. Hello Reddit I plus here. About a year and a half ago, I 29 at the time, was living with my girlfriend of 4 years, Jenna, 29. Things weren't perfect, but we had what I thought was a solid relationship. You know, the kind where you argue about dishes, but still snuggle up on the couch watching trash TV together 5 minutes later. We had routines, we had memories, we even had matching toothbrush holders. That's commitment, right? Wrong. One night, out of nowhere, she sits me down like I'm being prepped for a PowerPoint presentation and hits me with, "I think I need a break. I need to find myself." Find herself. Girl, you work at a marketing agency and live 5 minutes from Trader Joe's. Where are you lost? The frozen aisle. Of course, I asked all the questions. Are you okay? Did I do something? Is there someone else? To which she gave vague, philosophical non-answers that sounded like a horoscope. It's not you. It's just me. I need to grow. Discover who I am. I reluctantly agreed. She said it would just be temporary, a few months at most. I gave her space. I didn't argue. I didn't grovel. I even helped carry her emotional growth duffel bag to her car like an idiot. 3 weeks in, she's already posting cryptic Instagram stories with captions like, "Healing isn't linear," and "Sometimes you have to lose yourself to find yourself," while simultaneously tagging herself at romantic rooftop bars with her coworker. Cue mutual friends suddenly acting weird. One friend, bless her messy little heart, let it slip that Jenna had been spending a lot of time with Darren. You know, her coworker Darren, the one she swore was just a buddy and kind of annoying. Funny how his face ended up in half her selfies. When I finally confronted her, she denied it with all the finesse of a toddler caught with chocolate all over their face. "No, we're just friends. That's not what this is about. Girl, you're literally in his hoodie." Anyway, it didn't take long for the truth to unravel like cheap toilet paper. They were a full-blown item. Living their best, just found each other in the office kitchen life while I sat at home rewatching The Office and wondering how I became a rejected side character in my own relationship. So I moved on, or tried to. I grieved, I gymmed, I glowed up a little. I got a promotion. I stopped checking her socials. Okay, not right away, but eventually. And slowly, painfully, I pieced myself back together. Fast forward 1 year. I'm doing fine, not thriving exactly, but solid. Then, on a random Thursday night, there's a knock on my door. I open it, and there she is. Jenna, the emotional explorer herself. She looked rough, like hasn't slept in days. Rough. Her eyes were red, her clothes wrinkled, and she was holding that same damn duffel bag from the night she left, as if it still had any dignity left in it. She said, "Can we talk?" For some God-forsaken reason, and because I enjoy chaos apparently, I let her in. She sits at my table like she never left and starts unloading everything. Apparently Darren was a huge mistake. He cheated, gaslit her, ended up dating someone else in the office. She got kicked out of his place and burned bridges with most of her friends and family. Oh, and she lost her job. Classic Darren. Then, like it was the most casual thing in the world, she says, "I was wondering if maybe I could stay here for a while, just until I get back on my feet." I swear, for a split second, I thought I was being punked. I looked around for a camera crew. "Ashton Kutcher, where you at?" I stood up, walked over to the door, opened it. She blinked. "What are you doing?" I said, "Giving you the space you asked for. You went looking for yourself, remember? Keep looking." She just stared at me, eyes wide, a little tremble in her lip. I'm sure she was expecting me to be the same guy from a year ago, the one who would have offered tea and an extra blanket. Nope, that guy packed up and left the day she ghosted our relationship for an office fling. I said, "Take care, Jenna." Then I closed the door and locked it, loudly. No lie, I turned on music afterward and danced a little. Not proud of it. Okay, I am proud of it. I hit that Carlton from Fresh Prince dance hard. She texted the next day, "I didn't expect you to be so cold." I didn't respond, because sometimes people don't come back because they love you. They come back because they ran out of better options, and it's not your job to be someone's emotional Airbnb. So, a few days after the door slam heard round my apartment complex trademark, I figured that was the end of it. Clean break, mic drop, roll credits. But of course it wasn't. Because what is an ex without an encore, right? 3 days later, I get another knock on my door, and like a dumbass in a horror movie, I opened it. There she was. Again. Still holding the same duffel bag like it's her emotional support animal. Only this time, she's holding a coffee and a muffin like that was the secret key to my forgiveness. She says, I know I messed up. I was scared. Darren wasn't who I thought he was. But we had something real. You were always there for me. You're still the only person I trust. Y'all. She brought a bran muffin and trauma bonding. I don't know if she thought this was a Hallmark movie, but I promise you, it was giving Lifetime Network. Sleeping with regret. So I calmly said, Jenna, you didn't lose me because of Darren. You lost me when you lied about needing space instead of being honest. You didn't respect me enough to tell the truth. Now you're back because your safety net broke. Not because you love me. You missed the version of me who would have fixed things for you. That guy's gone. Her eyes welled up. Again, I asked her to leave. Again. This time, I didn't open the door all the way. I stood in it like Gandalf going, You shall not pass. She left, and now the muffin is in my trash. Unbothered. Uneaten. Honestly, I feel lighter. I thought her return would mess with my head more. But it didn't. If anything, it reminded me how much I've grown since she left. I'm dating casually now, focusing on work, hitting the gym, read, pretending to stretch while scrolling Reddit in the locker room, and just enjoying the peace. Jenna. I heard from a mutual friend that she moved in with her sister, started therapy, and is working a new retail job. And honestly, good for her. I hope she finds whatever she was trying to find. But I'm not it anymore. Some people are chapters. Some are full books. Jenna? She was just the footnote warning readers not to ignore red flags in chapter 1.